The entrance to a North Jackson subdivision is damaged in an accident involving a city vehicle.
As 3 on your side's Rosalind Anderson reports, now homeowners are upset because they're left holding the bag for repairs.
To you, this may appear to be just a pile of bricks, but for residents of the Meadow Oaks subdivision, the former tower entrance is a reminder to them of the city's failure to take responsibility for its actions.
Our police car actually lost control and came through this intersection, actually tearing down our brick columns here.
A Jackson police officer was transported to the hospital after that January accident. The top of the pillar was knocked into another yard about 150 feet away. For 9 months, residents have been petitioning the city to make repairs. Luke McClinton went to 2 city council meetings with complaints and was referred to constituent services.
We would think that the city would come forward knowing that they damaged this property and just fix it. Had a resident lost control of their vehicle and came through and damaged City Hall, what type of situation or issue would they be in 9 months later if had not made any type of repairs or any type of effort to fix it?
The Risk Management Division sent a letter stating that after an investigation, the city is not liable. It also said the city is a self-insured government entity and that the cause of the damage does not substantiate a legal determination that the city is liable. The damage claim was denied.
And if you're driving a vehicle on the road, I thought Mississippi statute was that it has to be insured. It's on something that they are 100% responsible for. There's no support there.
Now homeowners are determining the next course of action to get the entrance repaired. In North Jackson, Rosalind Anderson, 3 on your side.